Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the Supremely Enlightened One. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Today we will learn one of the suttas from the Numerical Discourses, Book of 4. The sutta name is called Rāgavinayasutta. It's a very short one. It has a lot of similar suttas. This sutta, Buddha explained like this. Chattaro me bhikkhave puggala santo samvijamana lokasmi. Because there are four kind of people found in this world. Okay, so we are also the part of these four kind of people. Sometime maybe it is easily visible that which category we will fall on. Sometimes it's hidden, or we can be mixed also. Okay, so try to understand this sutta and then contemplate with your mind. Look it, check it in your life. If this is true, and if these are, then according to suttas, you can mend yourself. You can try to change yourself. So Buddha says, Chattaro me bhikkhave puggala santo samvijamana lokasmi. These are, there are four kind of people found in this world. What four? Katame chattaro. Attahitaya patipanno no parahitaya. The first person who is looking for benefit for himself, only trying to get benefit for himself. No parahitaya, for others, does not think for others. Okay, means he's living life, or his actions, or his way of concluding the work. It is only for benefiting him, not others. So, parahitaya patipanno. No attahitaya. So the second person is that he's trying to or his practice, or what he do, it is benefit for others, but does not benefit for himself. Nevattahitaya patipanno no parahitaya. So the third person, it is that the one who practice, or what he do, his actions, it is not benefit for himself, neither for others. So in both ways, this person's life does not have any benefit, not for himself, not for others. Both kind of person, Buddha says, attahitaya cheva patipanno parahitaya cha. So this third person, fourth person is benefit for himself also, and benefit for others also. So what is this? How can we explain this four kind of people? So Supreme Buddha says, Katam cha bhikkhave puggalo attahitaya patipanno hoti no parahitaya. And how bhikkhus that we can understand that who is the person whose behavior, whose action or practice for benefit for himself, but not for others. So Buddha says, Ida bhikkhave ekacho puggalo attana. Attana, it means for him, himself. Rāgavinayaya patipanno hoti. What he do? To get rid of or what it can, removing the raga. Raga, it means desire, tanha, So, Rāgavinayaya, what he do? He is practicing his behavior. His practice is for what? To get rid of lust, get rid of desire. So, this kind of practices he is doing it. But no parang Rāgavinayaya samadhapi, but does not advise others or does not ask others to do the same thing, does not help others to get rid of their desire, their lust. Attana dosa vinayaya patipanno hoti. But for himself, what he do? He is trying to get rid of, removing of hatred from his life. So, he is practicing to overcome or get rid of hatred from his life. No parang dosa vinayaya samadhaviti, but does not ask others, does not do anything for others, so they can get rid of their hatred. Third one, attana moha vinayaya patipanno hoti. Delusion. So he himself is practicing to get rid of this delusion. His behavior, his practice is for himself, but he does not pursue others, does not ask others, does not encourage others to get rid of their delusion. So what he do? Whatever he is doing, whatever practice he is doing, it is doing himself. But he does not encourage others to do the same thing. So that is evanko bhikkhave puggalo attahitaya patipanno hoti no parahitaya. This person is called who is practicing and whose practice is benefiting for himself, but does not do for others, does not encourage others to do that. When we see this Rāgavinayaya patipanno hoti, Rāgavinayaya means the desire or greed or what we can lust, we can say. How can someone overcome of this one? How come we understand that how to get rid of lust, how to get rid of greed, how to get rid of desire? So first we should understand what is this greed is, what is the lust is, what is the desire is. So Buddha simply said, by looking a form from these eyes, when we develop that I want this, that is the desire, that is lust, So by hearing the sounds, whatever we see, oh, this is beautiful, I want this, I want this, I want this. That excessive desire, that needing more and more. By smelling a good odor, we want that to experience more. Tasting by our tongue, that desire. By tangibles, feeling, it feels good. So we need it more and more. That. And in our mind, whatever the wrong thing, whatever the desirable things, we want to imagine more and more in our mind. So this. This kind of we can understand that is a desirable thing. In this world, what we see, we attracted, and not only just attracted, but we develop the strong desire for it. Some people, what they do not get pursued by that. They do not wave by that. They just simply they understand, oh, this is meaningless for my life. And immediately they try to change their mind. They try to get rid of that desire. They get rid of that greed. So such a person, what we'll say, he's trying his practice to not for himself, but for others, he encourage. Oh, that is beautiful. That is nice. So, or for himself, he does his own practice, but he does not persuade others to do the same thing. For hatred, what is the hatred? So whatever we listen, whatever we hear, whatever we taste, smell, see, if this does not have that thing, does not make us happy, does not give us that thing, I want it. So for such a thing, we develop hatred. Oh, I don't want it. I don't like this. As soon as this thing that I don't like it that happened, what we do? Try to get rid of that thing from. Or we develop the strong hatred for that. So the person when develop hatred, that also can fall. He sometimes he try to do something harmful due to that. But here Buddha says, some attana dosa vinyaya patipana. So what he do? He try to get rid of this hatred by himself. But when it comes to others, he does not pursue them to do the same thing, does not encourage them, or try and get rid of this. This person thinks, okay, whatever you want, you can do. Moha, what is the moha then? Delusion. What is a delusion? That I am here. I am a permanent. Nothing can change. What I have gained, that is for my whole life. That is delusion. That is delusion. I am not getting old. I will be young for forever. Such a thought people keep in their mind when they are youth. I can do anything. I can do everything. Nothing can stop me. So without knowing the truth, without knowing the reality, without knowing the karma, we make such as words, we utilize these things. So that is called delusion. Everything is impermanent. Nothing is permanent. So this delusion that this is me, this is mine, this is myself, I am going to live. So that delusion also. So someone understands that and he tried to get rid of by himself. He practiced such a certain dhamma, so he can get rid of this, remove from his life, but does not encourage others to see the same thing. So such a person, this person is isolated one. He feels, okay, let me save by myself. Why should I bother to encourage others? Because in this world, if that person is wise enough, he will understand. So encouragement does not come there. Or no one hears in this world. So he's isolated himself by that, and he's trying to get rid of or removing the greed or desire, removing hatred, and removing delusion by himself. Practice such a thing, certain dhamma, but does not encourage others to do the same thing. That is called the first person. Second one, Buddha says, Katamcha bhikkhave puggalo parahitaya patipanno hoti no attahitaya. there are the second kind of person. What he do? He's helping others to remove this hatred, this desire, this delusion. What he do? He encourage others. He help others. Oh, get rid of these things. Get rid of these things. You know, delusion. It's not good for you. You know, keep it together. Such a way. He mentioned that desire is always harmful. If you do something foolishly, influenced with desire, what will happen? You will have to suffer for that. Such a comment they made for others. So they encourage others to get rid of this hatred, this desire, this delusion. But for himself, he does not think of that. Once the desire develop in his life, he flew with, or he go with the flow of that desire. Whatever it is, he get intoxicated with that. Hatred for others, he always mentioned, try to be calm, you know, try to get rid of that hatred. But once he's getting that, once he developed that hate, he does not think it. Immediately he becomes short-tempered and lash out. That happened. So, such a person, what the Buddha says, Ida bhikkhave ekacho pukalo attana rāgavinayaya patipanno hoti. Na attana na rāgavinayaya patipanno hoti. Parang rāgavinayaya samadhiti. So he himself, what he do, does not try to remove, or his practice is not to remove desire or greed, but for others, he encourage others to get rid of it. So there are certain people, what we see, and what they do, they encourage others to, okay, let's go to the temple, let's go to the monastery, you know. And when they ask others, okay, this Dhamma you should practice and these things you should practice, but for themselves, they do not practice such thing. They just encourage others to do such a thing. But for in their own life, they are empty. There are a lot of time that we complain also regarding these people. Oh, Bhante, that devotee, that Dhamma friend, he is asking us. But when such a thing happened, he did not practice by himself. He did not do such a thing. So what we should say? This person is practicing, or this person is in that category who help others to get rid of this, but not for himself. He is helping others, but not himself. That is called second kind of person. Third one, Supreme Buddha say, Katanja bhikkhave puggalo nevatta hitaya patipanno hoti no parahitaya. And third, what is this person who is not helping others, or not practicing, or not doing anything to benefit himself, neither others? So either bhikkhave ekacho puggalo attanacha rāgavinayaya attana na rāgavinayaya patipanno hoti no parang rāgavinayaya samadhapeti. Attana na dosa vinayaya patipanno hoti no parang dosa vinayaya samadhapeti. Attana na moha vinayaya patipanno hoti no parang moha vinayaya samadhapeti. The third kind of person is, Buddha says, he does not practice certain things, so that he can get rid of this desire or greed, lust, or does not help others to do the same thing. So in opposite of that, what he do? He is not practicing to get rid of, so he is practicing to develop these things. So we find in this world, so the person, they do not have any idea what this hatred, greed, and delusion will do with their life, what it will cause in their life. So due to that, as the condition appears in their life, whenever the lustful environment develops, greedful environment develops, they develop their greed with that. They develop when the hateful condition appears in their life, they develop this hatred in their life. When the delusional condition appears in their life, they develop this delusion. And they do not help others to get rid of. What they do? As they are doing for themselves, they encourage others to do the same thing. By himself, they are not removing this, not trying to do that, not practicing to benefit himself, or neither they are practicing to help others. They do not encourage. So we find the majority of people in this world have this category. Have this category. They do not help others, do not help themselves also. When the condition appears, when there is any where they can develop the lust or greed for himself, they are having the chance. They are encouraging others. Oh, let's go, let's go. There is a party going on, So we can do some funny stuff. We can enjoy this moment, but do not understand what it will do to them, their life. For amusement, they think like this, but it has a very strong effect on their life. When the hateful environment appears, someone say something bad to you, and immediately with the influence of that, what happened? We lash out and we are ready to fight. We say something, and not by ourselves also. We ask our friends, oh, come, this person has did something, let's fight with that person. So we develop the anger in others also. Thus, such a people, and we give the title, the friendship, and we say, okay, we are doing something wrong, you should do wrong also too. So this person is not trying to get rid of for himself and not trying to get rid of for others also. Fourth kind of people, Supreme Buddha says, Katancha bhikkave puggalo attahitaya cheva patipanno hoti parahitaya cha. And what is the fourth kind of person? That whose practice is for benefiting for himself and benefiting for others. So, ida bhikkave ekacho puggalo attanacha rāgavinayaya patipanno hoti. What he do? He is trying, or he is practicing. He practice such a way that it benefits to get rid of desire from his life. Parancha Rāgavinayaya samadapiti. Others also he encourage so they can get rid of, or they can remove this desire, or remove this lust or greed from their life. Attanacha dosa vinayaya patipanno hoti. By themselves, they are practicing to get rid of this hatred, and others also they encourage, so others also can get rid of their hatred. Attanacha moha vinayaya patipanno hoti, parancha moha vinayaya samadapiti. For himself, they are doing same things, or they are removing this delusion, and others also they do. So this kind of four kind of people exist in this life, and we are constantly surrounded with such a four kind of people we see in here. So what we should do? We cannot change everyone, but we should contemplate in our life that which category I found myself. And then slowly we should try to be a fourth kind of person. Like in Buddha's time, or before these Buddhas, there were a person called the Ghatikar. You know him? Rāgavinayasutta in Ajimnikan. So the Ghatikara Brahmin was there. Ghatikara was there. He was a pot maker, and his friend was Jyoti. He was a Brahmin claim. So he said, Let's go to the Supreme Buddha. First, his friend denied that. Second time, he said. Third time, he said. Once, he hold his hairs and he said, friend, let's go to meet the Supreme Buddha. And he bring that friend to the front of Supreme Buddha. And because of that, he was practicing. Kashyabante himself said, Kashyap Buddha said himself, he is my greatest devotee, you know. So by himself, he is trying to get rid of raga, dvesha, and moha. And same time, what he's doing, he's doing others so they can also get rid of this thing. Such a person. There are people who has their own thing. So, as a practitioners of Dhamma, what we should do? We should try to understand one by one. Investigate, we should investigate in our life. Is this the thing that is found, or is this the thing will help me to get rid of raga? If this is, then undertake that practice. How can you do? So when the raga develops, when the desire or greed develops, we should practice. What we should practice? Ashubha sadhana. Asubha. You know, when the desire develops in which Ashubha should be practiced. So that is the practice is mentioned. Patipanno. So practice is when the desire or develop, that time we should practice Ashubha sadhana. That in this body or for in this body or whatever we see outside, these are all has filled with these things. So if someone is saying that they are practicing Ashubha in their life, it means they are practicing to overcome or get rid of this desire or greed. Same times, if it is desire in that way, if it is lust, we can get rid of Ashubha. You know, if there is a greed regarding to the money, wealth, and those, so we should practice the generosity on that time. We should practice generosity so that the stinginess or the too much attraction toward these material things can we get overcome of. For the hatred, what should we do? For hatred, we should practice loving kindness. You know, when we practice loving kindness, the hate can be tamed. Hate can be get rid of. So it is a long journey, long constant practice. It is not that when you are developing hate, immediately you will see, may I be free from anger, and anger will be disappear. It does not happen like this. For that, you will need longer practice, you know, longer practice. Because this hatred does not happen in one day. When we were very young, others' word does not give meaning to us. You know, someone's called us. We just understand that by expression, but words we do not know. Someone is saying the bad words for the beginning, we did not know. Then we started to develop, okay, this is me, you know, and this person is saying that bad word to me, so I should get angry. And that continuously happened. We develop up to this point. So others' behavior, what is irritating to us, others' harsh words, you know, if those are bothering us, so these things develop hate. And it take a long time for us to just identify, oh, this is making me angry. So slowly, one by one, we should try to get rid of that also. We should try to get rid of it also. It cannot happen immediately. It takes a longer time. So practice is very important. Today we do the loving kindness. Tomorrow we should do also. We should train ourselves to practice this meditation with open eyes also, not just with the closed eyes. So when you are working something at your work, at your home, if you're cleaning, if you're doing your chores, in that time also you should develop loving kindness. Oh, so that when you develop loving kindness in that way, constantly in your mind, that I am a practitioner of loving kindness, meditation is there. So with long term of practice, when the hatred will start to appear in your life, automatically you will understand before it arrives. For initially, you will go flow with that. You will get angry. But as your practice continues, then you will be overcome of that anger. You will be one who has removed. But if you feel that when the anger will arrive, that time I will do this meditation, that will I try to remove this, it is not happening. Because we are bound to our habits, we are bound to our practices. Way of thinking, it does not change with the one person's opinion. It takes certain amount of strength to change or divert our mind. So if we have practiced continuously previously the same thing to develop anger, develop anger, how can that change in a short time of period? It cannot. So constant practice is needed to uproot or remove this hatred. Constant practice needed to get rid of this desire or lust, greed. So that needs constant practice, not immediately. And it's not that, okay, as soon as you went refuge to triple gem, your hatred will be disappear, your greed will be disappear. No, it will not. It will not. Buddha cannot remove that from your life. He can advise, he can guide, he can help. But who has to remove? Ourselves. We have to practice that. And it is not happen in a one practice. It takes continuous effort, constant effort to remove that. And the benefit also, the fruits also can be visible in the same way. So the person, the delusion is also, we should understand what is a delusion. That we have created this entire world or the phenomenon surrounded with us, that what we see, oh, this is me, this is mine, this is myself. And due to that, some of the time, due to that, the hatred is there. Due to that, this delusion, greed is there also. So once we understand, we identify what is the moha, what is the delusion, then we try to get rid of that. In this world, there are a lot of people who does not understand this. And because of not understanding what is hatred, delusion, and greed, what they do? They do not practice to overcome or get rid of them. So we have an opportunity that in this world, there is a great teacher. Dhamma is still visible for us. We have a refuge to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. We have that opportunity to understand what is the greed, what is the hatred, what is the delusion. And if we practice according to the Buddhism, we will be able to remove in that, uprooted entirely this. We can practice to become enlightened by removing these three factors. But as we are doing for ourselves, when we encourage others, so that good karma also help us to do that. We complete the surrounding also. So when you are practicing meditation, ask others to do. Oh, my friend, let's practice meditation. Tomorrow I'm going to monastery. Let's go. Tomorrow I'm listening Dhamma. Okay, be participant of that also. Join us. Listen, first time it will be a little bit awkward. Only the Bhante is speaking and everyone is listening. There is no conversation. First time it will feel. But once slowly we understand, or something, certain things is, even it is repeating, it is making positive effect in our life. So we can keep that practice continuously. Such a way when we encourage others, so they may also can get the chance to learn the Dhamma. They may also get chance to remove this greed, hatred, and delusion. So that encouragement. So this is the fourth kind of person. When he help others, others also will be helpful for this person. So we should try to be a person of fourth kind. Remember, these are the fourth kind of people. The person who help himself but not others. Person help others but not himself. Person who does not help himself or others. And the fourth one who helps both himself and others. There are certain people who encourage others only. Okay, do it, do it, do it. But for themselves, they do not. So sometimes, if we associate such a people in more and more, we also may sometimes get discouraged also. Oh, that person is not practicing, asking others. If we understand that meaning, we will get benefit. But if it not, with time, we can fall from our practice. So associate the people who has a good intention for themselves and good intention for others also. So may this Rāgavinayasutta be helpful for all of us to become a fourth kind of person who practice for himself and practice or encourage others to practice. May this sutta be helpful for all of us to realize the Four Noble Truths in this Gautam Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu. Any questions? We can discuss. It is very simple sutta, but it is related to our practice. We are on this one because each and every one of us has a in this four, not the third kind of. I don't hope that anyone is here who does not help himself or others. The three kind of people we can find here. They are helping himself and they are helping others also. So which kind of person you want to be or prefer, it is up to you. Okay. So remember, the most important task is to get rid of or remove this greed, hatred, and delusion. That is the most important. And it does not happen in one day. You will need a more and more practice to do. And for that, we need noble friends. Ask anything.
Namo Buddhaya, Bhante. Can I ask one question, Bhante? Bhante, sometimes when we encourage others to get rid of their greed, hatred, and delusion, they are in turn resentful to us. How do we handle that situation, Bhante?
Yes.
Mohan, Bhante.
Yeah. Linda, what happened in that time? When they are angry, we ask them to get rid of their anger. Not in the time when they are happy. So when they are angry, we said, don't get angry, don't do such a things. When we said that, their anger increased. That's why their resentment is there. But when they are very happy, when they are in good mood, when they are living beautiful life, and that time when you mention, if the hatred is such a thing that can interrupt these things. So we should try ourselves, we should train ourselves not to get angry with such a thing. But when they are happy, on that time, they will understand, they will listen. They will practice. But when they are angry, we are not perfect yet. We also do not listen when we are angry. So how can others will listen that? So don't persuade others to remove their anger when they're angry. The resentment will be always there because of you're interrupting their practice of being angry. Because sometimes most of people, they think it is unjust, it is not justifying them So in a way, they are lashing out through this anger. They are expressing themselves through this anger. So in that time, when we mention, they don't understand it is good or bad. They just want to express themselves. That's all. So we should not try to get rid of their anger or pursue them when they are angry. But when they are happy, when they are a good person, in that time you can mention slowly, slowly that happened. Slowly, slowly, one by one day, one word, next day, the others, couple of examples, because ourselves, for us, coming to up to this point to understand Buddha's Dhamma, it takes us a long time of period. It did not happen in a one Dhamma teaching. It did not happen in the one word of Buddha. Because in this world, many people hear the Buddha's word, but does not transform their life immediately according to Buddhism. It takes a certain long time of period to have that. Once the constant hammering, when you are suffering, when you are in pain, and if someone come and they said, pain is nothing there, someone is passed away, and then you are very, very sad in that time. Oh, that's good. Someone has passed away. How you will feel? You will feel angry also in that time, because your emotions is that. But Buddha did not say something like that in that time. Buddha says, practice on yourself. One day you're going to die. And everyone is going to die. There's a beautiful story of that Kisa Gautami, Buddha did not say that everyone is bound to die. He said, okay, experience by yourself. Go door to door. Investigate by yourself. She went door to door and asked, has anyone in your house has not died yet? So give me this little bit of mustard, say. Everyone say, okay, we have a lot of mustard. Take it. But some of it's in our family, there are people who has died. And when she found out everyone is dying, she understand that meaning. So it is a technique to remove that. Buddha did not say, throw your kid to the cemetery. She did by herself. And she come back to the monastery and said, Bhante, I want refuge in Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. So once we are trying to help others, be mindful. We should not do that when they are in that state of hatred, delusion, or greed. In all three conditions, we cannot change. But when they are in neutral time of period, slowly we can encourage them. Okay, do it these things, do it these things. And then slowly, once they understand, okay, this is happening because of that. And if I do, I will not be practicing this anger anymore. They will be practicing the same thing as you are mentioning to them. And there will not any resentment.
Thank you, Bhante. I think friend Harry had something to
Yes,
say.
Harry.
Namo Buddhaya. Namo Buddhaya, Bante. Namo Buddhaya, Linda. Um, sadhu first, a beautiful sutta. Bante very understanding that these are the four kinds of persons that the Buddha enumerated and explained to us. Now, I'm a little bit intrigued by the first and the second, okay, persons. Now, the third, we all know that well, they may lead to, they are misguided, and maybe in the next life will go to bad destination. The fourth one is what we everybody wants to attain, right? So that's our goal. Now I'm intrigued by the first and the second. Now, Bante, the first one, based on my understanding, is this person just look at himself, wants to attain the best for himself to practice, and he could be a little bit what we call selfish. Am I right? Now, number two, the second one is, well, he is very generous to teach others, but he himself is not doing it. So he's not practicing well. So he's kind of, I would say, fake. Okay, I mean, some people are like that. So I've met these kinds of people. Now I said the first and the second are kind of intrigued. So my question is, these two kinds of persons, if ever, which one um is more unwholesome? And number two is, if these two kinds of persons, their karma would lead them to the next destination, the next life, what will they become, if ever? Thank you, Bante.
Harry asked that which one person is the good one, you know. In
Between
a
one and
way,
two only, Bante.
yes. First person, what he is doing, he himself removing it. So in that way, his practice is to escape from the samsara himself. For that matter, he is truly trying himself and not being obstacle to others. That is the good thing. His karma will help him to go to the heavenly world in immediate next life because his practice, not encouraging others. So if he does not help, does not attain any fruit of Dhamma in future life, so the surrounding of the result of this karma, the surrounding of him, they will not support him to be practicing like this. Now we have the monastery. We are here. We are talking together. So this is the atmosphere what we have created. Whoever come to the monastery, they feel that vibe. Oh, there's something is good happening. So with that atmosphere, even the lazy person also start to practice something good. Even the person who does not want, he start to practice generosity because of the surrounding. So the person who help others to do such a thing, such a person get the surrounding of this thing. The first person who is doing for himself, but not for others. So maybe the karma, because karma vipaka achintya, we cannot determine the karma vipaka. It can happen for himself if he does not realize Dhamma. He will be alone and isolated to practice this continuously. When the chance comes, he will enjoy. But the surrounding support of others, don't worry. I am here. I will take care. I will help you. So to say such a things, he will not find immediately or easily. That will be the difficulty because of he has not helped others to do the same thing. But the person who is helping others to do the same thing, but not for himself. So it means this person is doing wrong things, but asking others to do something good, right? So result of that, immediately he will go to the bad destinations because of he is not doing something good. He will suffer for that. But once he come back from the finishing that karma, he will find the environment of that others are encouraging him to do the good practice because he has helped others. So that is all. The important thing is, Harry, today, to first help yourself. When you are helping yourself and you understand, yes, I am doing good, then help others also at the same time. With the slowly, you can encourage others. So the surrounding can happen in this life or next life also. Okay. So in the both people will get the good result, but the first person will get immediate rebirth in heavenly world. But the second person, when he suffer and all, and then the result will be come. Yes, Manfred.
Thank you, Bante.
Bante,
Very
Namo
encouraging.
Buddhaya.
Thank you.
Bante, I find that often greedy people take
Yeah.
advantage of a generous person.
Yeah.
The generous, good-hearted person, how should he behave in that situation? Be a kind-hearted fool or push back?
Some of it, as a practitioners of Dhamma, generous person should do generosity continuously, because what he's giving, how he feel of that generosity, that is more important than who is asking, who is taking advantage of. So the generous person's heart will be always be cleaning himself. But in this world, there are people who take the advantage of that more and more. we should try to make the generosity more useful. Like, some of the time we understand this person is only taking advantage, then we should deny that person that generosity. It's okay to do that. It's not a bad thing to do. If we feel that this generosity is going in West, like there are so many people, the homeless people, they ask money and they do drugs, and we
No,
know
I'm not
that, we
talking
understand
about
that.
those. No.
Yes, we understand that, okay, they are not utilizing it. So we can do the one thing. We should not offer them money. We should offer them food. Even we do not carry that food with us. Someone asks, and when we feel that kind heart, because our heart is very mild. Someone asks food, okay, wait, I will bring something. So spend that 5 minutes extra. Be late somewhere, it's okay. Spend extra and buy something and then give it. Then you will be satisfied. Okay. And if that person said, I do not want the food, I want just money, then he said, we do not offer. Just immediately tell to that. We do not give money to anyone. I can give you the food. I can give you the goods. If you have clothes, I can give you clothes. So in that way, you will be true to your generosity, because you're doing generosity, because you have the kind heart for yourself and others also. What? When you deny the money, it means you're denying them to do something wrong with that. When you offer the food, or when you offer shelter, or when you offer the goods to them, the clothes or something like that, you are giving the generosity. Same time, they should not do something wrong. You have the well-wish also for them. So generosity is not just with the money or the goods, but generosity is with the well-wish heart also. So you can deny the money, but you can offer the food. It will cost more. The food will cost more than money. Means you can give the $5 to someone and you can be okay. But the $7 you have to spend for the burger, or some $7 you have to give for the food. So you are spending more, but your heart will be more pure. Because the person will, how much he will throw? He will not throw that, because he is hungry also. He is not eating. So food is okay. Or sometimes you can carry the one scarf extra, or you can carry the gloves extra. Now the winter is coming, slowly. So you can carry that extra. What you have, you are not utilizing. If someone asks, oh, I have this pair of gloves, you can use this. And that's enough. You can carry the extra socks at your home if you have extra one. If someone asks, oh, please give me, and you know that he will do something bad with this money, you can give that. If any foundation or organization asks you, okay, you can do generosity, and that time you can do these things. You know that they are not utilizing this money for the well-wish, what they are asking for. So you say, okay, I do volunteer work. I have a certain time of it. I will come for half an hour and I will do this volunteer work. And that's enough. So you are true to your generosity. You are practicing that, but you are well-wishing others also. That you can do. Do not let others to take advantage of our kind heart.
Thank you, Bhante.
Sometimes be a good person, be a good hearted, because generosity will always find the result of, always give result. It will come back with us. Like our shadow follows us always, same way this result of generosity will follow. Okay? Yeah, that's good.
Thank you, Bhante. Thank you. Namaskar.